Hello YouTube. I think you can read that. I installed this hard drive not too long ago. It is a SSD, but it's a regular SATA SSD. And it's a 250 gigabyte drive. And 232 gigabytes are gone. They're used up. Only 70 gigabytes remain. This calls for drastic action. So, all these other ones are just USB drives. They're in my USB extension port. So this calls for drastic action. I'm going to have to... I'll flip you back out here. I'm going to have to... Not that I don't want to. Add another drive. But that drive is not the usual drive that most people think. It is an SSD. So I might add a regular hard drive later on down the line, but I like to stick with SSD right now. This one I got off of eBay. And it's called an M.2 SATA drive. And this is what it looks like right here. See if I can get you zoomed in on that a little bit. Focus in. There we go. A little bit more. Okay. And this drive sits on the motherboard. Yeah, it's a drive on the motherboard. And when I first found out about this, I was like, what? That's great though. This part goes in kind of like a Wi-Fi card does it at a 30-degree angle. And then you tilt it down and this end, you screw it in onto the board. And it takes over some of your SATA ports, but that's okay. The speed is going to be faster than the SSD drive I have on the regular SATA ports, because this is PCIe. PCI Express, so it's a faster bus speed. So, without further ado, I'm going to end this part of the video and then hook it up and show you. Okay, here we are again. Here's my system. Let me get out of this. There's my system. There's my new graphics card I just got. And right above that, right there where I'm shining the flashlight, that's my M.2 drive that I just installed. There is another one. I didn't buy another one, but there is another spot available down here where you see there's 3 little screws, or there's 1 screw and there's 2 set points, and there's the PCIe slot right there. Doing the same thing, but up here you just put it in like a Wi-Fi card, and then you put it down to the length, according to the length, just like this. So it's like this, the longest one, so I didn't have to move the retainer screw. I just put it down there. Now I'm going to get you back. Gotta flip the screen out. Alright, and get you back in position. Oh, I think I'm too... There we go. Oh, that was bad. Oops, sorry about that. I listened to it too much. Okay. Now, I'm going to plug it back in and start it and see what kind of storage I have now. So, plug it back in. Turn it on the power supply, and turn it on up here. I turn my monitor on. See, it's recognizing the new drive. I'm gonna flip you around here. Just a second. Let's get you in. See, it's reconfiguring Windows because it's recognizing another drive. Come on. Focus. Alright. Let's see if there's notification. Nope. Okay, no notification with the drive. Let's see if it just purely recognizes it. Let's go to this PC. And it's not recognizing it. I have no idea why. Why isn't it recognizing it? Huh. It is not recognizing it. Why is it not recognizing it? I might have to do something else. I don't know why. Oh well, I'll check it out in a minute. Okay, I finally got it. I had to look it up on a place called tomshardware.com. Had good answers. I couldn't figure out how to get that disk recognized. I could locate it at my boot, at my BIOS rather. It said it right on there, set the capacity and everything. I could look at it in Device Manager and find it, said it was working properly compared to my other SSD, it was recognized as a hard drive, and took Tom's Hardware for me to find out. Well, first you gotta go to Disk Management. You just type in Disk Management in your computer, and Cortana, if you got Windows 10 or whatever, and it'll bring it up, and you got to initialize that drive. So once you initialize it, you gotta format it, and once you format it, you sign a drive letter. You gotta say you don't have to have a drive letter, but I did. You can tell whether you're going to have partitions or not, and I'm not going to have partition. It's a 250, or they always say it's like 250 or 500. It's always a little less, but this is like 238 gigabytes, whatever. A lot more than I had. And then you sign a drive letter, and I named it the Toshiba SSD Drive E. So here's the proof. I'm going to put the screen back. Gotta focus it and get back up there so you can see. Let me get my mouse pointer. It's not focused again. I'm going handheld here, so sorry. There it is. I got it right there. Absolutely nothing on the drive. So go back up. There it is. 238 gigabytes free of 238. Right there. So I got my main drive and my DVD. Got my external 2 terabyte drive, my Seagate backup drive. And then I got my Toshiba SSD 238 gigabyte drive, which is right, if it'll focus. Believe it or not, that little card right there, right underneath the fan, right above the graphics card. Been a little bit of a long battle. It is now quarter after 5 in the morning, but it was worth it. I had to get it done. Alright. Well, that's it for me. This boy is tired, but at least I won the battle. Good night, YouTube.